Hello and welcome to the Lowdown Truth blog. I just wrote an article called What and Why is Uber for Teens? And you can see the commercial has the ubiquitous black woman, as all advertisements do now. Can anyone else see problems here? While watching YouTube lately, we've been seeing advertisements for teenagers getting rides from Uber unaccompanied by their parents. The new service is called Uber for Teens. Here's their promotional video on YouTube. Let me just play a little bit of this, give you guys a feel of this. Alright, so you get the idea, and they have these safeguards in there as well that supposedly will keep them safe, hopefully, right? And carrying on with the article, Uber recently has lifted the restrictions for teens to create their own accounts, yet they have to be linked to an account of a parent or guardian. Now, children from ages 13 to 17 can ride unaccompanied by an adult in Uber rides. Does anyone besides me see any foreseeable problems with this new service? Human trafficking? Criminals taking advantage of naive parents using this ridiculous service to source children with some simple hacking skills to throw off the safeguards meant to ensure their child is safe while riding with a complete stranger who simply downloaded an app and started driving people around? I realize this won't happen to most children using it, yet isn't it reasonable to assume that bad actors are going to take advantage of this and have their cronies become Uber drivers to kidnap children and sell them into the human trafficking market? And then you can go even further and wonder why would a service like this be offered in the first place with these risks involved? Maybe the answer to this question takes some understanding of the entire sharing economy, even the nefarious purpose of creating a sharing economy in the first place. Here is an article and video I made on this topic. Nefarious agenda of behind Uber and the sharing economy, Airbnb and the rental crisis, the nefarious agenda of the sharing economy. See, I used to be a taxi driver before cell phones were even around en masse. We used CBs to communicate the rides and had to go in and search for people many times, unable to just call them. This was around 2005. I drove off and on for about 4 years. At the end of my taxi career in 2018, we were working from tablets mounted in our taxis. The biggest change, though, was Uber and Lyft. These sharing economy apps companies destroyed the taxi industry everywhere they were allowed to operate without the same regulations, licenses, and taxes. Seems suspicious to me. Smells like social engineering considering the companies involved and their investors. Taxi driving used to be a living wage job mostly for men working as professional drivers. Now it is a side hustle for non-professional drivers who sign up flippantly from an app. Those who do take it seriously can be deleted from the app in an instant for no reason without recourse, and their wages are suppressed as competition is destroyed, which is now. They made a living wage job into a part-time gig using your own car. The social engineering goal here was to destroy an industry the NWO had a hard time controlling by creating a globally centralized technology alternative that gives them complete control. Thus Uber, Lyft, Airbnb, etc. Part of that control is to create services like Uber for teens. Think about it. Who funds Uber? Who are the investors and what connections do they have? When parents trust Uber for teens, they are trusting the global elite, the same people who brought us the Franklin cover-up. If there is a huge number of disappearances from this service being used across the US and the world, it will be ignored by the NWO media. Nobody will ever know it is a problem, just like with the deaths and the injuries from the clot shot. Of course, unless they listen to fringe voices like mine. Would you let your child use this service in the world we are living in with the open borders and general lawlessness in the land? I would hope not.